Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am busy doing another part of the little blackberry cardigan that I'm doing for a tutorial on my other channel. Sheila's just knitting. I finished the back on it and I have put the first part of the tutorial. I'm doing this one in parts because it does take a little while to explain how to do the stitch and everything else you need to do on this pattern. So I've put the instructions for the back. That's on my other channel, part 1. So I am busy doing, I'm going to knit the right side first. I usually do the tutorials of the left side, but I'm going to knit the right side and then I'll get all the instructions for it written down on my pad down here. Well, not a pad, it's a ledger, actually large. And then I can start doing the tutorial for the left front, and I'll show the left front, because when you do one part of the front, you just reverse the shaping on the other part, so it's quite easy. So that's what I usually do. I usually do when I have two fronts, you know, if it's a cardigan. When I come to do the fronts, I usually knit one first before I do the tutorial. And then I have all the instructions and everything, and I don't have to work anything out when I'm doing the tutorial because it's already worked out on the instructions written down on my book here, where I start the blackberry pattern, that how many stitches I have to start with on whatever row I'm doing for the two lots of bubbles, because I have to tell exactly what number of stitches I start with. With this one I started with knit 1 and then did the bubble and then knit 3. And on the next part it was knit 3 and then do the bubble and then knit 3. So as soon as I get this one finished, I'll start the tutorial doing the other part. And it's the same with the sleeve. When I come to the sleeves, I'll knit one sleeve first, get all the instructions right, and then do the tutorial for with the second sleeve, and then that'll just leave me the bits of the neck and the band. There'll be a collar, a little collar on this one, the same as the other one. So that's all I have to do with that. But I have been doing something else. This is an order I have for, it's a little 18-inch. It's another little set. The 18-inch is going to be the jacket with a little collar on and a little hat to go with it. That's how much I've done, because I showed you this where I started this yesterday with the double moss stitch. So I've been writing this down in my pad as I've been doing this as well. And when I've got a few sizes of this done, I'll do a PDF for this one as well. And anything I'm knitting, when I have enough sizes done, I will do PDFs for whatever I'm knitting. But like I'm saying, I do have to knit them first. And it's the same with this little one here. I have been writing the instructions down for this little V-neck one as well. I think I already have a 24-inch. I have a 24-inch on a PDF for this one. So I'll be incorporating it all into one pattern from 16 up to 24 when I do. So I just have to do the sleeves on that one, and then I can add that to the pattern. And it's been a lovely sunny day today. You know, when it's lovely and sunny in my living room, the heat comes in the living room and I don't need to have my heating as high, so it doesn't come on as often. And I also have like my little heating pad on my knee, so that keeps me warm. But the sun will be starting to go down soon, so I'm going to have to turn my heating up a little bit higher. I keep it low, put it on during the day because it has been cold the last few days, but I keep it on low during the day, and that keeps it it down, because I'm not sitting, you know, all the time. I'm up and down doing other things, and so I'm just going to carry on, do a bit more of this. But I did a little bit more of my own last night. It's getting longer, it's nearly up to the armholes. And this is the one I'm going to have to work out the, because when I started it, that's at my armhole there, under my armhole. I still have a little way to go on it. I'm not sure what length it is. Actually, I better measure it and see. Where's my tape measure there? It's easier to measure on these circular needles than it is when it's on the other one. Oh, it's 13 inches. I've got a couple more inches to do. And I'll be able to work out what I'm doing with the armholes, because when I first started this one, I explained in another video, when I first started it, I was going to do cables on it, and I changed my mind, but I'd forgotten when I started knitting, just plain knitting, that when I was doing cables I had extra stitches. I forget how many cables I was going to do, but I added 6 extra stitches because the cables pull the work in a little bit, so you do lose some of the width. And I'm not sure what this actually measures. I don't know if I can measure it from here. It's easier when it's on the floor. But I do 42 for myself, so a 42 needs to measure around about 44. Because you do have a couple of inches extra, you know, for ease, for fitting better. And this back measures 24 inches, so it's going to be a 48 if I did a front the same size as this. So I'm going to have to, with the back, I usually cast off 6 stitches on each side before I start the shaping to bring it in, like set-in sleeve, like the same kind of thing as what I'm wearing. This is a set-in sleeve. And I normally cast off 6 stitches each side. But what I'm going to do is cast off more stitches than that. Maybe it's about 6 stitches less. That six stitches is about an inch. So it's going to bring it down to 23. It's going to make it a 46. I think I might need to take more stitches off than that. So I'm maybe going to cast off, maybe it's about 10 stitches. Take an extra 10 off, so an extra 5 on each side. So that's going to make cast off 11. So when I come to do the front, I'm going to have to reduce the front by those number of extra stitches that I've cast off here. I take 10 stitches instead of 127 here. I normally have 121 stitches for myself, so I'm going to have to take 10 stitches off that and make it 111. So when this is worn, the sides will come in slightly like that, and the front will be a little bit narrower. But when I come to the armholes, I'll only cast off the number of stitches I need to get the number of stitches for do the shaping the same as what the back was. That's the way I'm going to work it anyway. So with a little bit of luck, it'll work out right. If it doesn't, I will end up selling it, so put it on eBay or somewhere like that. But I do a little bit knitting of a night time for myself, but I don't seem to get as much knitting done of a night time because I'm usually watching the television and or my computer. And if it's anything I'm really interested in, I find sometimes I forget to knit because I'm really interested in what's on the television. So that's how it takes me a lot longer to knit anything, because I knit things for myself of a night time. That's how it takes me longer to knit anything, because sometimes I end up that interested in what I'm watching and I stop knitting. Don't even realise I stopped knitting because I'm interested in what I'm watching, and that's the way it goes. But I'll get that one finished eventually. I have been sent a few people send me pictures now and again of things I've been knitting from either from my tutorials or my PDF, and I thought you might just like to see some of the things that people have knitted from my thing, so I'm going to include it a little bit in this video. So it's nice to see what people can do from my tutorials and from my PDFs. It's nice for them to show me what they're doing, so I thought you might like that. Take a look and all. But I'm back on with this one, and I'm on to a row where I'm dropping the stitch down. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I've dropped the stitch down 4 rows, and I'm picking up that stitch, all 5 stitches, and knitting them together. You get into the rhythm with this, and it's quite quick actually. It doesn't take long when you've been doing it for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick that up. Simple as that. And we did have I got up to a little layer of snow this morning, a thin layer of snow. And with the sun shining all day, it's been shining most of the day, it had all melted and gone, so I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow. We are supposed to be having more snow tomorrow, but I hope not, because if there's no snow tomorrow, I'll go to my bingo, but if there is snow, I won't be going, because I won't drive. Even a little bit snow like that, I won't drive in that snow, but I'll have to wait until tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another day. So bye for now.